Welcome to the Pixelberry Choices podcast. Welcome to the show. Today we're going to be talking about chapter 11 of Veil of Secrets. As of last chapter, we see Chief Walls called us into the police station and probably is going to threaten us or something. And we bring Flynn with us. And Flynn, there's an option. Either you can take Flynn inside with you or you can leave Flynn outside. So I first thought to leave Flynn outside because he has a bad track record, but we can also take Flynn inside. I actually went with that this time. And when we go inside with Flynn, then we see Chief Waltz is literally threatening us and telling us that Duffy has seen us, our main character, sneaking, evidence off of the murder scene of Bryce Sterling on the day of the blast, and we can literally get into trouble and we can be put into prison for that. But they're ready to make a deal. Actually, rather, Pierce Sterling is ready to make a deal that we go to New York silently. We don't, stick our nose to where it doesn't belong, and they'll be fine with it. So our main character is definitely angry with this, and so is Flynn O'Malley. But we don't have anything to do, and we leave the police station silently but furious. And then Flynn goes after uh, that Tony Ray's guy who we saw on the day of blast when Bryce died. And then we go to see Naomi because we also learned that Naomi was fired by Chief Walls because both Naomi and our main character, we both were sneaking things from you know the crime scene. So we go to Naomi and we call Naomi up, and then Naomi says she's at home right now and she can't be anywhere else. And we go to Naomi's home, which is at the outskirts of the city, and it's a nice place there. It's like a countryside there. We go inside, have some nice time. We have some conversation about Naomi's childhood, how it was back in her time, and how is it like cop, and we have heart to heart there. And then we have a dimension we can go out on a horse ride with Naomi, and we'll get a clue too. So we go through the meadows, and the meadows were really awesome. And through the meadows, we go with Naomi on the horseback. Actually, I chose that. It was my first time riding a horse, so we'll be a little clumsy, but we'll manage well. We'll gallop with the horse, and we finally reach a burn there. And this burn, there will be a sign S, so it's definitely one of the Sterling burns, but it's really old, abandoned. So a lot of years ago it was active, but now it's just abandoned. But inside we find a crate, like a part of crate, what it seemed like, and stack of hay. So Naomi literally sits on there, and then we have a nice little moment with, like, an intimate moment with Naomi. And this is I really liked because the good old days in choices, like when they were not like really vulgar and explicit about the intimate moments, and it really made it classy, poetic, and like literature appropriate, the way they wrote the hookup scenes or intimate moments. So, and it was enjoyable, not like the way they do it currently, and specifically how they're going about it in Shipwrecked or the Nanny Affair. It's just less poetic, less metaphorical, less classy, less, what's the word, less literary, because it's just common. But the scenes were really awesome, the good music, and it's just it's a good, you would love to read those scenes back in the days. So that's something I miss about choices, the good old days. And then after the time we come back, and then the day of hearing, we wear a nice suit, and then we go to the courtroom. We sit beside Flynn, and as you know, another love interest of our main character, that is Grant Emerson, who is actually a lawyer for Kate. We see Kate, and she is haunted, and she is literally panicked, and we see all those expressions on her face. She was like a flower and cheerful, and who enjoyed her life all the time. And it's after looking at her, it seems like all the life has been sucked out of her. So it's really a sad thing to see. But then the case starts, and we see Grant representing Kate, and basically telling what happened, and you know presenting Kate's case, and the opposition lawyer, who is definitely close friend to the Starlings, he basically smears Kate's name down the gutter, and questions Kate's character, goes to rationalize and defend Tanner's affair. Tanner's cheating, saying that it was holy, it was the good thing to do, and Kate is the one jealous, cheated, and blah blah blah, But then, for a character sort of witness, we get called up by Grant, and we answer some questions. But then for cross examinations, then the opposition lawyer comes at us and literally accuses us of sleeping with. In that our character is not so good. We're the character witness of Kate, but who is going to, clarify our character because you have an affair with Grant or Naomi, they will say. So that was something that was unexpected. And then the damage was done. Of course, Grant will object, and the judge will rule in favor of us, but still the damage will be done. People will be murmuring in the courtroom about it. Now, here, one more thing I would like to comment, that the courtroom scene here. So this is not a lawyer book, but I mean, I liked Laws of Attraction. It was a mystery book, but come to think of it, this is a lawyer book, and most of the murder mystery we solved outside the court. And whenever we solved inside the court, we just, like, it was like a debate prep. You know how, like, those mock parliaments and stuff works, like you were debating against your opponent and stuff, but it was nothing like a courtroom scene. So I'm not saying it was a bad book, Laws of Attraction, but the law, we're lawyers. How the courtroom drama should go. The courtroom drama. In that case, like, this is not a law book, Veil of Secrets, but the courtroom drama was just appropriate. In court, that's how it goes, and that was just perfect. So I thought maybe something like this we'll see in law, but it was like tree law, this, that. So it was more formal rather than like this. Anyway, so that was some side note, a detour I made. Now coming back to the story, then we get back. So the judge says, after a long day of hearing, that long court day, that she can't rule in favor of anyone. So it's a hard case for the prosecutors, but it's even harder for Kate and Grant, that will need some evidence to back this up, and Kate will not get a bail. Kate tries to protest, but it's all in vain. So we have kind of failed to free Kate, and it hurts, but we don't know what to do from here. But in the next chapter, we shall see what goes on from here. And next chapter, Kate is going to give us some tip, but that might land us into danger, and we'll find more about that. This was an interesting chapter. A lot of things happened. So I miss the books like that. And that was about it. Let me know in the comments below, how did you like it, and let's talk about this. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, peace out.